Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to talk about beets today. The last couple of weeks I've been watching a lot of Dr. Greger videos, nutritionfacts.org. They're good, they're very short videos on specific subjects, and I've kind of gotten to where, well, I'll watch them at night a good bit, and you don't really need to watch all that much, so I will listen to them a lot when I'm taking my son during the day. And I really like them. They come in great little doses. They come in little 5-minute videos, and I've been learning a lot from it. And you know, always just thinking about the exercise, the workout. So these two videos that I watched just recently caught my eye. And I'm not going to do near as good a job as Dr. Greger is of explaining this stuff. So I'm just kind of trying to hit the high points. But I'm going to put a link to both of these videos down below. And I highly encourage you to watch Dr. Greger's stuff. Just to, hey, he might not be raw vegan, but he's got a lot of good explanations, a lot of good explanations of the basic stuff out there. So I really enjoy watching him. The biggest thing I just didn't know about the beets, I guess I'd studied this before, and you know, you're always reading stuff, you can't remember everything, but oxygenating the blood with nitrate, the nitrate in the beets. And there's other vegetables that are rich, but the beet is just the best example of them all, I think. So that kind of caught my eye. I forgot what I should have written it down, but it will be in the links. I forgot the name of the first video I watched. It was something to do with beets and athletic performance. So that caught my eye, you know, with me these days thinking about training and ways to improve and things to add that will help my training these days. So the dietary nitrate in beets, and yeah, I'm going by my notes, you know I always do that. The dietary nitrate in beets reduces the oxygen cost during exercise. What that means is we can do the same amount of work with less oxygen in our body. So what I'm going to try to do is, I don't know, I think it might be a cumulative thing. I don't know if there's a timing issue. Like I was thinking, like, okay, I'm going to start juicing my beets and having plenty of juice around, and doing a couple of shots of beet juice like immediately before I go to the gym, or immediately before I do some cardio, or whatever kind of exercise I'm going to do. I'm going to play with it, that timing, for a while. I don't know how important that is. I think it's probably going to be more important, like the accumulation, you know, after maybe a week or 2 or 3 of doing it every day, you'll just see the improvement. The improved efficiency will allow an athlete to exercise at a higher power input or running speed for the same VO2, which is the velocity of the oxygen content in your lungs. I'm not a runner, so I'm not real sure about that one. But it basically improves, from what I understand, it just improves the heart-lung function altogether. The VO2 stuff, I've looked into that before. That's a little bit complicated, a little bit over my head. One thing he did talk about, it's effective both in juicing and the whole beet. So, you know, if you don't have a juicer, eat whole beets. You know, it works just as well. Now, how does this translate for people that maybe aren't trying to be super athletic, or aren't really all that into working out, or never going to be an athlete? Well, one thing the beets do that I had forgotten, because I've done a video on beets in the past, way back in my journey, but beets, this is a big one for people like with emphysema and COPD. They did studies, and that's one thing I like about Dr. Greger, is Dr. Greger, he points out, and he's good for you, he's a good person for you to recommend to those, like the straight-laced type people that need an authoritarian figure, that need somebody that's more doctorly, because he'll appeal to them, and he's got studies. He uses studies to back up most of these facts. Like I say, all I can tell you is I get a good vibe from Dr. Greger, and I like his stuff, but there was a significant extended time on the treadmill for those with issues such as emphysema and COPD in the studies that they used. So that's tremendous right there, you know, for people that suffer from breathing-related issues. It brings down blood pressure. But one reason you don't hear so much about the fact that it brings down blood pressure, and nitrate-rich vegetables bring down blood pressure, is vegetables don't cost a whole lot of money. Here was a fact that really astounded me. Blood pressure medications take in more than, drum roll please, $10 billion a year. So do you think there's a reason that fruits and vegetables aren't promoted all that much? They just, you're not going to be able to sell $10 billion worth of fruits and vegetables a year. One shot of beet juice a day for just a few weeks produced significant drop in blood pressure. And the thing is they just to make sure that was the main reason, they gave subjects shots of beet juice for every day for like 3 weeks, significant drops in the blood pressure, and then they stopped giving them the beet juice, and almost immediately they saw that blood pressure go right back up. And it's just amazing in some of their studies the levels of the oxygenation in the blood after the beet juice. This statement right here kind of caught my attention, and why I wanted to start doing it, because yeah, I'm doing cardio, but I'm mostly doing strength stuff. And it says subjects were able to maintain more oxygen in their muscles with just beets and other nitrate-rich vegetables. Like it really, you know, it oxygenated those muscles. That was the first phrase that just kind of caught my attention. More oxygen in the muscles, it's got to be a good thing. And as far as bringing the blood pressure down, another big one is it's veggie Viagra. You know, if your man's having problems out there, get those vegetables in him. Vegetables in general, like he went into a little thing, and you'll look at these two videos. Both of these videos are 5 minutes or less. They talk about that in there, and the number, like they talked about the numbers dealing with men with erectile dysfunction or erectile dissatisfaction is normally what men have. It's not usually dysfunction where a man totally can't get any kind of erection whatsoever, but it's usually just dissatisfaction, not being able to get what you want. And there's a direct correlation from a lot of studies between vegetable fruit consumption and it's what do you say when one is the converse? Like the more fruits and vegetables eaten, the less problems with erectile dysfunction for the men. So ladies, sometimes you got to appeal to that man's ego. If you're having a hard time getting him to eat like you would have him eat, tell him, well, baby, things could be a little bit better in the bedroom. That could spark something though. But anyhow, those eating more veggies have improved sexual function. And to finish off, increased blood flow in the brain as well. Nitrates in vegetables may be beneficial in treating age-related cognitive decline. And like I say, you'll see this in the video. This got a little technical towards the end, how somehow the brain knows where the blood needs to flow when it starts opening it up. So there's just a whole wide range of things here. So this was enough for me to think like I'm going to put this on the, this becomes another experiment. I'm going to, tomorrow's market day, I'll go get some good, I was going to get some beets today. I just didn't find any at the two places I went to, and I wanted to do the video today. I didn't think it was that important to actually have a visual aid in my hand, but I'm going to go get some beets tomorrow, and I'm going to play with this. I'm going to add that to the mix. Just one little more piece in the puzzle. It's like that. But that's how I like to do it. That's how I like to do it. I find a little tidbit like that, and I believe in what he's saying, and the results seem to be there, and I want to put it in as my personal experiment, see how it goes, and see if that helps, even takes the workout and the physical to another level. Either way, it's just, I mean, you know, there's nothing but health-related benefits to go along with eating beets. I didn't see any side effects in there. I'm sure there are. I'm sure there's some side effect out there if you're taking something, so there's the disclaimer. But anyhow, hope you guys liked this one and found it informative. I would please watch these videos, and I would highly advise you, man, watch some of Dr. Greger's stuff. Like I say, with my low rate of retention, I go back and just watch tons and tons and tons of the basics. I don't try to do, you know, I'm not trying to go as deep as I can. I hear people in these conversations all the time. I don't even think they know the basics yet, and they're getting down into the geek factor of, you know, like splitting details. I don't do that. I experiment. I do it. I put it into me. I do. I don't read. I don't study like a maniac. I do. I do more doing than I do reading and studying. But anyhow, hope you guys did like this one. Hope you're having a great week. Weekend's almost here, and see you again tomorrow. Peace.